Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ha, Rocha, Kodash, Ma'amah. I want to give double honors to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders, as well as honors to their bishops. I also want to give a double honors to my elder apostle, Aharawan Ban Yasharala of the Lions Den Camp, here in Jacksonville, Florida, as well as honors to my bishop, Kanaks An Ban Yasharala of the Lions Den Camp, also here in Jacksonville, Florida. Shalom to the sincere Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'm Nakar Karab Ban Yasharala, coming out of the Lions Den Camp of Yasharala here in Jacksonville, Florida. Not today, become another lesson. And the title of this lesson is Easily Beset Us. And it's inspired by a lesson that our Bishop Kanak of this camp, the Lions Den Camp, just did maybe earlier this morning or a little sometime, but it's been some hours. But he was saying, the title of it is "Don't Get Distracted by the Matrix." And as I was listening to it, it made me think of a few scriptures. It made me think of Sirach, if I'm not mistaken, chapter 27 and verse 3, and then it made me think about Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1, and he was going into how the further we move away from the matrix, the more the matrix try to pull you back in, to try to get you distracted, to get your mind off Yahweh by Shemel Shai, or your sights off Yahweh by Shemel Shai, i.e. your heart. Just like an instant, you be sitting there, you be like, man, you be what most real men think about here and there from time to time as a woman. You might really think about a woman like, man, I want me some, I want some thick, curvaceous, brick house, and then that thing, that's all you start seeing when it comes down to women. That's just the matrix trying to, lure you back, or Satan, because, he's listening in too. But, and we must hold fast our faith, because these things can beset us. And I got that word, the etymology of the word beset. And it says here, to put, to place, own, keep, occupy, settle, cover, surround, with besiege, which, leaning towards the latter end of this definition. But let's continue, because it's got some more. And it says the figurative sense, Salakia. And it says to press upon vigorously from all sides. So this matrix, the things that we deal with, it presses upon us from all sides. Meaning, we'll just say we're getting attacked from all sides. It's like a 360 battle, So we must really stand our ground and really make sure that we are really for Yahweh B'Shemel Shai, because certain things can beset us. It can press us down. It could cause us to trip. It could cause us to fall. If we're not careful. So, without further ado, let's grab that. Let's go to Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1. It says, "Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience unto the race that is set before us." So, we being compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, meaning we're surrounded by a crowd of people, by witnesses to the life of faith, meaning other Akim, Aquathium, their children, other believers. And then also being around 2/3. They see that, like, they see it, But it says here, let us lay aside every weight, meaning put off or put away anything that can distract us, or could become a distraction, Or if you see it, if you see yourself indulging too much in it, then let's just lay it aside. It depends on what it is, but the Lord just say basically lay it aside. Put the things of this world off. you know. And it says, and the sin, and we know what sin is. Sin is transgression of the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Shema Shai. But put it off, because those things again can easily, so like it beset us. These things that we may be dealing with could come from all sides. That's really what it is. It's the figurative sense, to press upon vigorously from all sides, because we're in this matrix, and this matrix is just like the bishop was saying. This matrix is constantly trying to either pull us back in or keep us a part of it. See, that's why it goes into we being in the world but not of the world, being in the matrix but not of the matrix, because that's what it was with Yahweh Shai. He was in the world but he wasn't of the world. He was in the matrix but he wasn't of the matrix. The same thing with Neo. Because he mentioned that too. He said you got to go back and watch it, but there was, I don't know which matrix it was, but there was a point to where it was revealed that Neo knew, and he woke up Morpheus, and that's how it started. So Morpheus was going through and searching for him because he knew at some point that he was the one. Yeah, I was shy. Just look at it like that. Because when Neo, when he was first awakened or whatever, and I don't know if they're gonna go into that, but it was just revealed, that little piece. Neo woke up Morpheus, and then somehow Neo ended up going back into the Matrix. But basically, he made, just using terminology, he made Morpheus a disciple. So now you got believers. You got those who seen it, now they're running. And the same thing with Yahweh Shai. What did he do? He came down here and he grabbed him 12 men unto himself, disciples. He came into the Matrix, and guess what? He woke them brothers up, pulled them out of the Matrix. Woke them up and told them to follow him. And guess what? That's what they did. And they followed him, and guess what? When Yahweh Shai left, guess what? They continued in the work. They still believed. And that's what, Morpheus did. He still believed that Neo was the one. It's just, how the movie go, whatever happened, they put him so far in the Matrix, they were trying to make him forget who he is. And in this day and age, they try to make us forget who we are. As a matter of fact, this devil literally paid billions of dollars so that we wouldn't remember, because he wanted us to stay in the Matrix. But going back to that, my first point, we got to lay aside every weight. And there's a lot of weights in this matrix. There's a lot of things that want to pull you away from Yahweh Shema Shai. So Lord said we got to lay those things off. We got to lay them away. Put them off. And we got to be careful of the sin, the transgression that's what beset us, that comes on every side. It's always something around us, somewhere, trying to get us to not be godly, trying to get us to not be righteous, or to move on impulse, to move on what we may think or what we may feel about something, rather than using the wisdom and the knowledge of Yahweh Shema Shai. It says, and let us run with patience, meaning continue in the race, fight the good fight of faith, endure to the end. Let's continue. This is Sirach 27 and 3. It says, unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall soon be overthrown. So unless we hold ourselves diligently in Yahweh Shema Shai, or in the fear of the Lord, like it says here, hold ourselves diligently, meaning stay locked in with Yahweh Shema Shai, stay tuned in with the Lord. If we don't hold ourselves diligently, guess what? At some point, our house can be overthrown, meaning we could fall away from Yahweh Shema Shai. Something can happen, or something can beset us, press us down. Something can attack us from all sides, It can cause us to trip up, So yeah, we must, in reference of the bishop's video, we must don't become a part of the matrix. We gotta, keep our, for lack of a better term, keep our head in the game, because there's a lot of things that happen, or something happen, and yeah, you wanna crash out or whatever, for lack of a better term. I don't, or you want to go off, fly off the handle, go off the deep end or whatever. But we really can't do that, because it's kind of like undoing progress. It's kind of like digging up that old man. Like, the Lord has matured us enough in this in the spirit and throughout this walk, to where those things of the old man, certain things that are just not there anymore, and the Lord is purging it out. But the matrix want to be like, nah, things that want to happen that will want you to go back to that. So we got to be diligent in holding ourselves in the fear of the Lord, and staying close to Him. Like it says in Sirach chapter 2, cleave unto the Lord and depart not away, from Him. Trust in Him, He will set your heart aright, or believe in Him, so like, and He will help thee order thy way aright. So like, and trust in Him. But we gotta believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, like the bishop was saying. You know what I'm saying? We don't become part of the matrix, or don't go back into the matrix, because ain't nothing there. Everything in the matrix is fake. Remember what Cypher said? He said he knew it wasn't real. He knew it was fake, but he wanted a stake. He knows that, you know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of Jake. When it comes down to the work of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, when it comes down to standing for the Lord, they lose faith. So you got to hold yourself diligently in the fear of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, because if not, your house can be soon overthrown. Things can come in and beset us, cause us to trip up. And with that, shalom.